Alright, working on the Suzuki LT 125 today. Decided to make a video. The pull cord broke. It's not the hardest job in the world, but figured I'd make a video out there for somebody that may have never done it before. So anyhow, first step, obviously, you can see I already did it, is to take your screws out. You got 4 screws, bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's that simple. There should be some kind of gasket material behind that, some RTV or something, possibly the original gasket, but doubtful on these older machines. So you remove those, just pry it off. You can see the silicone there. Obviously you're going to clean all that up, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to rewind the pull start. Alright, so go down to your, probably your local hardware store is going to be the best place to get the new replacement rope. Make sure you get the right diameter. There's several different diameters for, you know, lawn mowers and that kind of thing. So bring your broken piece down and have them match it up so you got the right size. And the other thing is, if you think you need 4 foot, get 5 foot. If you think you need 5 foot, get 6 foot. You'll see once we get this in place and we tie the knot, you want to make sure you have enough and you can cut off the excess. If you end up with too short, when you go to try to pull it, you got really short pulls. I've done that before, and makes it hard to start. So more is better. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start by removing this center nut. That'll take a 10mm socket or wrench. Make sure you hold this down as you're loosening this, because it is kind of like spring loaded. It's not like a real heavy spring, but it is spring loaded. Take your nut off. And make sure you watch your orientation, because it's easy to get things mixed up. So you want to take a look inside this piece here. You know, just notice things like which way the notches go. So that way you don't put it in upside down. Taking pictures obviously is a big help. I always try to set the pieces down the way I took them out and in the order. So we got the nut, we got the washer, and the washer is flanged, so that can only go back one way. So I set that next, etc., etc. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull this whole piece out. Do pay attention, you have a spring here and you have your latch there. Just pull it straight up, your spring's going to stay with it. Set that to the side for now, and that's your main spring down at the bottom. Alright, so take one of the ends of your rope. You can see this end is frayed and this one's not. If one end didn't come like this already, usually at the hardware stores when they cut the rope they usually re-singe this. Basically all you got to do is take this end, cut it clean, and take a lighter or something and just heat it up a little bit, and you'll be able to, be careful, don't burn your fingers, but you'll be able to make it like this where you got kind of a point so you can get it in there better. So you're going to take your wheel now like this, and this spot right here, you can see the hole. You're going to come up behind here, you're going to get it in there, you're going to pull enough slack out so you can tie a good knot in there. Here's one off of a old Honda ATC, kind of similar. You can see the double knot in there, and so it's going to look like that basically when it's done. So push that up through. And again, this is another reason why you want to make sure you get enough rope, because you cut yourself short, you'll never be able to get a good knot. You're better off cutting a little bit off once you're done. If you got room, it's nice to double it up, but one will usually suffice. I might try to see if I can get a second one in there. Just got to make sure that it's going to lay down flat in there. You don't want it sticking up at all. Yeah, I'll be able to push that down in there flat. You want to take this end of the rope, you want to have it where just a little bit like that is sticking through. And again, you're probably going to end up trimming this a little bit, so I'm going to work on that knot, try to get it a little bit better off camera, and we'll get that in place. Alright, so I got my knot the way I like it. Take it, again, make sure it's flat in there. Make sure the end of the rope here is going to lay into this groove. You're going to push that down in. You know, I know I said this already, but make sure that that's not sticking above this. And we're going to probably cut this rope right about there. Take your lighter. Melt the end of that a little bit. I recommend wearing gloves, even though I'm not. Alright. Stuff that down there. Push on that knot one more time. Just be careful, this old plastic does get brittle. You don't want to push too hard and break it. You'll be on eBay looking for a new one. Alright, so there's our knot. Should look something like that. Doesn't have to be exact, but... Alright, take your pull handle. If you're working with an LT 125, if you have your original one, it should look like this. It's just got a cap on the top. If you have an aftermarket one, it'll probably look similar anyway. Some of the cheaper ones won't have a cap, you'll just see the rope, but if you have a cap, you got to pull it off. This one's seen better days. Once you get your cap off, obviously you got a knot on this end of the rope. This is the broken piece. We're just getting that out of there so we can get the new one in there. Alright, now we're going to take our new rope, and as you're looking at it, we're going to go clockwise with it. We're going to wind this around. There's a groove in there. Make sure you're getting in that groove. Probably going to get like 3 wraps on it. Alright. I didn't take care of this end of the rope yet. It's going to make it a little bit easier if we get that frayed part off so we can lace it through. Alright, so now you got your rope wrapped around. Leave yourself, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches maybe sticking out. Again, you should have enough rope on there if you measured correctly. Alright, so you're going to take this now, take your end here, and we're going to slide it through the hole. Try to keep it tight. Stick your finger here so it doesn't unravel on you. Go ahead and set that down in place. Alright, so once you got that in there, you should have, I don't know, I probably got 8, 9, maybe 10 inches sticking out. That should be plenty to do what we have to do. So at this point, go ahead and start putting your parts back in the order that you took them out. You can put this spring back in. This guy, Make sure you got your washer the right way. This is kind of, I'll say, recessed, and the bottom is sticking out. Make sure the recessed part is facing up. Again, if you set it down the way you took it out, you shouldn't have an issue. Set it over that stud and go ahead and put your nut back on and then tighten that down. Okay, so now once you got all that done, trying to get a good view of this. Again, you got about yay much sticking out, and make sure you got everything in there correct. Make sure you can pull that all the way out and then let it all the way back in. Just do it a couple times before you do your knot in this. You don't want to have to undo it afterwards. So now obviously we're going to take our rope, thread it through here. Alright, so now here's the important part. If you just put it on there, make yourself a knot, and then stuff it in there and put your cap on. If you don't put a little bit of, I'll call it slack, I guess, what'll end up happening is you'll have your pull handle will be hanging over like this all the time, flopping in the breeze. So get it all the way in there. Pull on this to, you can just start to feel the spring tension, and then I would pull it out like another 1.5 inches or so, and then grab that right there and mark that spot. Alright, so now that you got that marked, you can pull this out. Now the idea here is where your mark is, that's where you want your knot. You know, give or take a 1/8 of an inch or whatever. But try to be as close as possible, and that's going to give you just a little bit of tension on there so you have a good handle and it's not floppy on you. After you do the first knot, I'm going to double it, but give it a little test. Again, just make sure it's going to rest back in that spot. And that one's pretty good. I think I'm going to make it a little bit tighter. There's plenty of rope in there. You don't want to cut too much off or you have a short pull, but I'm going to go ahead and probably put that knot back here. Let's see if you can see that. I got the knot there. I'm just going to move it back just a little bit. I'd like a little more tension on that. Alright, so I moved that back about 1 inch or so. I gave it another quick test. It's definitely a little bit tighter. So we're going to go ahead and just double up this knot. Alright, take that knot, stuff it down in there. Cut that down. You can melt the end on that a little bit if you want. Not overly worried about that in here. You got a double knot, it shouldn't come apart. Alright, once you get that knot in there nice and tight, throw your cap back on. Alright, so I got that cap back on. They fight you a little bit, they go in tight. Just take a screwdriver or something and you'll get it tucked in there. Careful you don't slip and stab yourself. But that's it. You should have a nice good pull now, and you want this guy to retract so it's not hanging over like this. You get dirt and crud in there while you're riding, then you're in trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this and see what happens.